Now,
Yeah.
pon la música.
I don't know what is the music.
Te la mandé en el chat.
Okay. Welcome to the evening business talk. All right, we have a special guest in the house.
Today, my people from far, far, far away from Canada.
Oh my God, we are so excited, so happy. We have today Bernardo Tellini. Welcome, Bernardo.
Welcome.
Thank you guys, thank you. From Canada, but born and raised in Brazil, another Latino to the mix.
There you go, Latinos in the house.
All right, family.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, today have an amazing episode. We are changing the mind for the business owner.
Correct.
Bernardo, can you explain a little bit how Relay we can help with the business? What is the Relay? What is the position on Relay? What is the control to the cash flow for the big problem? And Natalie know that's a big problem with the business owner.
Oh, yes, we do.
Okay, Natalie.
Absolutely. Well, even before speaking about Relay, I just want to thank you both for having me. Thanks everyone for tuning in and to learn a little bit more about banking solutions. I'm Bernardo. I'm with Relay. Been with Relay for almost 5 years now. And essentially, Relay is business banking created, designed for the self-made. The business owner, the person who not only owns the business, but also works in and on the business, to help you guys have clear visibility into your cash flow. You know what's coming in, you know what's going out, you know when that is happening. When you log into your bank account and you see some cash there, it gives you a better information on, is that money mine? Can I spend this? Or is this money already allocated to something else that even though it is sitting in my bank account, it doesn't belong to me? For example, your taxes. You hold your tax money until April when you have to pay Uncle Sam. But that money doesn't belong to you. It belongs to someone else. It's just sitting with you for the time being.
Oh wow, that's. I think that one is the most important thing for the business owner because the almost business owner have the same problem. And Natalie, can you explain what a little bit the business has right now? Estamos live, estamos live, sí, estamos live.
Well, usually the problems that we usually encounter with businesses is the transfers. They can have like 3 accounts or 4 accounts, and they usually transfer from this one to this one, or they go short in this account because I don't know, they charge the taxes. They did not remember, the money has to be there for the taxes, so that account goes overdrawn. So you know how much businesses pay in overdraw when they don't have a control on their money, where it's supposed to go and where it's supposed to be used at. This is the problem that we encounter in most business. They transfer here, transfer there to, I don't know, this account is so negative, so they already charged me, so let me transfer from this account here because they charged my taxes from the payroll and I didn't remember they charged another. Stuff like that is usually what is happening in business nowadays.
Okay, that I think that one is the business problem I have now. I think they take the control to the cash and take the control for the taxes. I think the almost business have in our area have problem with the sale tax, has problem with the income tax, because when we come the April 15, almost business not has the money to the pay taxes because it's not separate on the different account, because any money going in, you see a lot of money on your bank account, you spend a lot of money out. I think it's the same problem they have right now. Bernardo, how Realize can help, and how is, because I think the most question have our client, how is working online banking? We need to go to any branch to make the deposit? How is this? The people about the experience, what I need, what is need to the people to go to the banking? Can you explain me a little bit how it works?
Absolutely, happy to. The whole concept of digital banking is nowadays we're pretty much in 2026. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense for people to go to the bank. Most of businesses are managed through your phone. You open the app and you do a lot of stuff. Banking related, but also non-banking related. Everything is on the go. We make decisions, we implement decisions from our mobile, from our laptop, from our house, from our office. We don't go anywhere. And banking is just like that. You shouldn't have to go into a branch to open a new account, sign some papers. We're not in the 1900s. It's been a long time. The whole concept of 2020, the whole concept of digital banking is enable you to manage your banking activity, transfer money, make payments, receive money, process. Get on the car, maybe get stuck in traffic, park at a branch, wait in line to talk to someone, and then do all the way back to your office, to your house, whatever it might be. Everything, it is reachable by your hand. You have your phone, process what you need to process. And if you ever need to talk to someone, the fact that it is on online bank, it doesn't mean that there's no one for you to talk to. We have onboarding team, we have account managers, we have customer experience team. Every care that you receive at a branch, you will relay as well from the comfort of your house, from the comfort of your car, from the comfort of your office, sitting in your chair, without having to move from where you are just to either deposit a check that you can do on your phone or to call customer service to ask to increase your debit card limit or your limit or whatever it might be.
Are we in order?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So what we're talking about is, so how can a business owner can go ahead through Realize and open accounts? How does that work for a business? He go, hey, Bernardo, I have this. Or they tell you, this is my profits and loss. This is the liabilities that I have, like sales tax, payroll tax, so-and-so, or payroll wages. Do they have to let you know, or you sit down with them, a structure, or how that does it work, and how can they go to contact you and open an account? That is interesting to know for our viewers. That are business owners that are interested in this type of accounts.
Absolutely. If you're working with Jose, JB Business, Jose will probably send you an invite directly through his portal, since he works with you, and you will pretty much accept his invite and submit your application. If you don't work with Jose just as of yet, probably want to start doing that very soon, there's a link here in the description where you can just click on that link and submit your application. Instead of you walking to a branch just to sign some papers and provide some documentation, you will do everything from your house. As soon as your account gets approved, we will introduce you to our onboarding team. That is a team created and designed to help you get started. Relay has a huge variety of functionalities that you can leverage. Banking, multiple accounts, debit cards, credit cards, accounts payable automation, accounts receivable automation, expense management automation. There are a lot of things out there that you can leverage with Relay. We have a team that will help you understand what does your business need from a banking perspective and financial workflows perspective, and how can Relay support you with that. Once that has been discussed and understood, they will help you implement what you need to have implemented to be set up for success with your bank with Relay.
That is music to our accounting ears. I'm not even gonna lie. Imagine a contractor. His name is Pedro, right? We got Pedro, and Pedro mixes the entire payments for a project he mixed them all into a one account, right? So Pedro, it's a nightmare for Pedro. He's a contractor. He has projects that he receives his income from the projects. He also has to move money around for materials, move money around for payroll, wages, taxes. Imagine doing all that in one account. It's a nightmare, because you know what? Pedro would not know what money is for payroll and what money is the profit, or what money is for the taxes, because he got all of them in once. So he don't have that separated. So tell me about that. Like, how can Relay help with that?
Absolutely. And that is very common, Natalie. Big banks, traditional banks, even local banks were created to have one checking account, you have one savings account if you want, and everything comes and goes from the same place. What it helps you with is confusion. I open my checking account and I can see $100,000 sitting there. That doesn't tell me anything. With Relay, business owners, the business can have up to 20 accounts.
Oh my Lord.
That
Jesus.
allows not only you to implement profit first with your income, OPEX, owner's compensation, tax and profit accounts, but you can also create accounts for different purposes. For example, you can have an account only for payroll. No one has your account and routing number. No one can draft from that account. That account only exists to process your payroll. Pedro, our friend, a contractor, let's say he's an electrician, and he works on multiple projects at the same time. He can create a unique checking account for each project that he's working on. So all income and all expenses for project one will come and go from the same account. Project two, same, and so on and so forth. On top of that, if you're doing profit first, you know that you have to have all your receivables coming through the same account, deposit account, income account, whatever you want to name it. And from that account, the money is disbursed into other accounts by a given percentage. So depending on what is the sales tax in your state, the percentage can change. Whatever is your income tax in the given state, the percentage will also change. And with Relay, you can automate how the money gets disbursed from your collected account, your income account, into your other accounts, how often that happens, and by what percentage that happens. So instead of you having to control that on a spreadsheet because you're only operating out of one account, and you have to do that on a regular basis, Relay's multiple account combined with the automation that runs it automatically for you, even daily, it is just peace of mind. You open your bank account and you can see how much money you have allocated for your profit, for your compensation, for your payroll, for your taxes, for your project 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you name it.
Wow.
And all of that with no minimum balances and no monthly fee.
That is so
Even if you were to try to open a bank account or a few bank accounts with other banks, they will charge you a fee per account.
Correct. That is completely correct.
That one is good to control every money in and everybody out for the business account.
It usually helps business owners that they're not follow the rules that we somehow explain to them, walk them through it, our tax planning. We sit down with them. This is how it works. Sometimes they start working on it the first 3 months and then they forget about it because you know how it is. And then at the end of the season, we here scratching our heads trying to figure it out, how to help our customers. But that is an interesting topic, and I know for sure I'm gonna open a business and I'm gonna work on that because that is really amazing that I can atomize my accounts by percentage. Because example, if I receive $10,000 of income, I know for a fact that if I'm a self-employed, LLC, I need to pay self-employment tax at the end of the year, so I can tell my account relay, hey, take me this amount of percent for my taxes. So that helps me instead of sitting down with my calculator. How much is that 50% of the whole total? So I'm like automatically relay, move the money around, and then you don't have that headache at the end of the year. We drinking coffee until 12 o'clock.
And the other thing we are love for Relay, for example, we have two different business. One business in Florida, one business in Puerto Rico. Relay we can open in Puerto Rico too.
Wow.
And you can take the control how money is spent the employee in Puerto Rico about the debit card. You can put, hey, you can spend more like 500 a week in material, or 500, you can take the control for everything.
Wow, you cannot do that in debit cards in other banks. You only can do it in credit cards, Amex, that I know.
Yeah, you can do it on that for that side. Can you tell me a little bit more how they take the control or payment approval on debit card?
Absolutely. As I mentioned, Relay was built for the business owner. And a lot of the times you have to delegate to your team to spend your money.
Correct.
Traditionally, that's a tough decision. I can't control everything myself, but at the same time, I don't want to have people spending my money without controls. With Relay debit or credit cards, we have spending controls. That is pretty much created to ensure that your money is being spent properly. Let's go back to our example, Pedro being an electrician. He owns the business and he might have employees going into all those projects that he has going on at the same time, but they might have to stop at Home Depot to buy some wires, some light bulbs, some cables. So Pedro can issue a Relay card, credit or debit, to his employees, one for each employee. They can have more than 50 cards per account.
Wow.
So you can issue a lot of cards for a lot of employees. That's not a problem. But you can have a rule to that card that not only it's limited the amount of spent, but also it's limited where to spend. For example, if Pedro sends Bernardo to Home Depot to buy electrical supplies to a project, I might need to spend $4,000. A rule can be created that card can only be used at hardware stores. I can spend $5,000 at Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever hardware store I want to. However, if I try to walk in a Starbucks to buy a coffee that will cost maybe $2.99, that card will be rejected because according to the spending policy of that card, it is only allowed to use where it was set up. The same if I have someone in a transportation company. I can have a card set up that it will only work at the pump. So the card can only be used to fill the tank. If I try to walk into a liquor store, that card will never complete regardless of the price because the spending control that was set up was for a specific use case.
That works for every company that works with service, repairs, contractors, because you have multiple employees and then you got multiple employees driving your vehicles for service. So when you send them out, sometimes they call you, oh, pay on the phone or do this. And it's easier for us or business owners to you got your car, you got a $500 balance or $1,000 balance. You already create the rule to only spend it on hardware stores or material places. So technically that gives everybody peace of mind. He's not gonna go and go to buy an Amazon or purchase food because you already know that card is already set up for one thing and one thing only. And that creates peace of mind for business owners and control as well because you have to delegate. You cannot be on the time around 20 employees trying to assist them over the phone for a purchase when you can create control and the owners can be relaxed. You know what I mean? I think that is the great choices.
Yeah. That one is more like a bank. Like one is like financial assistant.
Yes.
Okay. For next year, what is the problem we have on January 21st? 799. Yeah. Because the business owner make the payment for the vendors and not collect the W-9.
Correct.
Really have an option that one is obligated before the first payment. Send me your W-9. Hey, Natalie, send me your W-9 before the first payment. And that's
Because it will not receive it.
yeah.
It will not complete until that is entered there.
Yeah, it's not completed. You do the first payment. You know, send me your W. That's the option when the vendor complete the onboarding. Like I put the bank account and everything, routing number, and on the bottom, upload your W-9. That's
is
the
great.
requirement. Yeah, nice feature. That one I love it. Tell me about that one, Bernardo.
Absolutely. To your point, Jose, yes. The best practice is if you're paying a contractor, you collected the W-9 before. The likelihood of your contractor give you a W-9 before they get the money is much higher of the likelihood of them giving you the W-9 after they collect the money. And if you don't collect the W-9, it is on you with the IRS because you'll be prevented from filing your 1099s.
Yeah.
So every time you're issuing a payment to a contractor with Relay, you can inform Relay that for that payment, a W-9 is needed. What will happen is Relay will start processing your payment. However, we're going to hold it, email your contractor, and say, Pedro, Jose Delgado is trying to pay you $1,000. You were required to provide a W-9. Please upload your W-9 to this secure link in order to receive your payment.
Wow. Not only
Unless
helps the
Pedro
owner,
uploads the W-9, he would not get paid. Meaning Pedro really uploaded the W-9 because absolutely he wants the $1,000.
Yep.
wow, that is amazing because that alleviates business owners of the headache after you pay a contractor. Oh my God, can you give me your social? Can you give me information? Can you fill it up? That is a real headache at the end of the season, at the end of the year, and before we finish January 31st, because you have to have the W-9s, the 1099s, before the 31st. So it's like, you see what I mean? I don't know, I love this bank.
That one is only star.
Oh no, there's one?
Yeah, that
Oh
one
my
is
God.
only star. Let me tell you about the invoicing.
Oh no, hold on. Let's talk about the savings. Let's talk about the savings, people, because I think this part is gonna convince you all to move to Relay. I wanna ask you. I wanna talk about something that entrepreneurs struggles with a lot. Saving for taxes and emergencies. Many leave the money sitting in the debt checking account because that's what usually we've been told or accustomed to. Let me go and open this OCD or bank account. I want to open like 4 different checking accounts, and me, myself, and I am going to transfer between accounts. And that's what I think I'm going to keep doing it to save money for my future liabilities, like, sales tax, payroll tax, all that stuff. Like, what is it that Relay do for us as a business owner for the money that we save for the end of the year when we do have to process all those liabilities?
Great question, Ali. And the whole purpose is if the money is not being used now, it should be generating money to you. It should be working for you.
Correct.
Relay has savings accounts. Our savings accounts, APY, as of today, are up to 3%. So all that money that you're putting aside with the Relay auto transfer rules to make sure that you pay your taxes on time on April 15th, that money is actually generating interest for you. The same for your profit. The same if you're budgeting to buy a truck for your construction company. Every money that you put aside monthly or weekly toward that long-term project is compounding. And I will leave you guys who are financial advisors and much more educated on the power of compound interest, explain how powerful is that in the long term compared to sometimes the principal gets overridden by the interest that gets compounded time over time.
Wow. That one is big, and Bernardo. For the business that have scale, an employer or contractor feel buying of material, how do the control to expenses so the employer does not drain the account and overspend.
I think we talk about that.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Yes.
we already like talk all these topics because we were like went ahead. We don't follow the rules.
Yeah, we did.
But now I want to talk the collaboration with accountants to
Ooh.
end the chaos. Bernardo, I want to touch on a critical point that we have here in JD Business Consultant. The monthly terror that we go through, me and the girls, and Jose, when we go through doing our little bookkeeping and accounting and financials discussion with our customers, is that we had to chase them down to get receipts and bank statements. You have no idea how many emails we like, hey, we're getting to the end of the season. Can we please get your bank statements? Like, how can that be different with Relay?
That is a very hot topic. On the one side, we have the accounting team chasing business owners down, and I need this, I need that, I need this. On the other side, we have the business owner trying to scale their business, wearing multiple hats, being chased down.
Correct.
And then a lot of the times, the relationship turns into, I became your babysitter when I should be,
Yeah.
when I'm
Correct.
actually your bookkeeper and accountant.
Correct.
And for the client is, you're actually bossing me up and not allowing me to scale my business because you keep asking me for that. And there is no one at fault. It is just an interaction that needs to happen for you guys to do your work. How really alleviates that problem for both sides?
Correct.
We have a direct integration with QuickBooks Online and Xero, the two biggest accounting software players in the world, that pretty much everything that is happening in your Relay bank account is being automatically exported to your accounting software. Your transactions, your receipts, your invoices, your bills, and of course, your bank statements.
No way.
No one needs to ask anyone to collect or receive or send a bank statement. You will log into QuickBooks Online, and of course, as soon as the month is closed, you will see the bank statement there because the information flows automatically via the integration. And it is the same for everything else. Invoices, bills, card receipts, transactions, payments, all of that is flowing naturally. Much easier for you guys to do reconciliation you need to do. Much easier for the customer because they don't have to stop their work to send you anything. Everything you need is already in the general ledger.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's peace in the mind. Yeah, because it's the big issue with Natalie sending a lot of email to the.
It is like, yes, I'm busy now. I'm in a meeting. I will send it to you tomorrow. Tomorrow happens. We call again. Like, I give them like 2 days because, nobody wants to be on top of somebody. So I give them, the benefit of the doubt because it's understandable. You're running a business. Who wants to be bothered by going to the bank, downloading a PDF bank statement, sending it on the email to JD Business Consultant email. It's like, for them, it's like 5 minutes. Seems for them like an hour, 3 hours, and oh my God, I'm behind. And we understand. But Relay alleviates my headache of being the mama or everybody, and alleviate my customers' headache because I need them to be focused in business so we can be there to help them and support. And I think this bank is amazing.
Yeah, with that one, it's very completely. It's not only the banking, it's like a financial system. Yeah,
it's
they
amazing.
they have everything. All right, guys, try to close the podcast. Okay.
Why so quickly? So I got one question.
Okay, tell me about that.
Why only for business? Can we talk about people that wants to do this on a daily, like personal? Like, I would love to have Relay so I can say, hey, Natalie, vacation money. Here you go for emergencies. Here you go for you know what I mean? Like, why? Everybody's gonna ask me, but why only for business? So I need to give them an answer. So help me with that, please.
All right.
That is a fun one. Relay was pretty much built and created to help business owners, small business owners, thrive and be successful in their business. We all know and acknowledge that small business is pretty much the backbone of the U.S. economy.
It's true.
Very hard workers. They have a dream. They work on their dream 12 hours a day, if not longer. And the traditional banking system was not created and designed for them. Banking doesn't really support small business to thrive. There was a gap in the market, and Relay came in to fill up that gap. We want to make sure that every single person who took the risk, the liability of being an entrepreneur is in a position to succeed and make their dream come true.
Where do you find this bank? It's amazing. I'm just saying.
No, this is amazing, and they have amazing people too. Because Bernardo come maybe a month ago to the Toronto to Florida and called me, hey Jose, you have a chance to take a dinner. Okay, the bank person for the welfare will never call me to take a dinner with the or the Bank of America. They never call, hey Jose, you
They
can't
never called me. I've been in business for 15 years.
You have chance to you wow, and so many people say, hey Bernardo, I take the picture with you because you're an amazing guy, and put over the social media network because that's the relationship
Correct.
we have with this bank. That one is that's the reason we come to Bernardo to the podcast and the other business owners come to this podcast because that one is tool that nobody know would exist. And that's the reason we try to expose the real financial for the business owner because that bank is amazing.
It is, especially for small businesses. It's really gonna help them structure to their growth. Because usually, what small business struggle the most? Let's be honest, is with the growth. Because remember, we go with the grinding, with the working and being entrepreneur at the same time, and then you don't have that helping hand. But Relay can be your helping hand. So I think this is an amazing bank, and I will sure show it to my business owners, entrepreneurs that I know, and tell them, listen, I believe that your business can grow and be more successful if you apply this bank with Profit First.
Yeah.
And I think that's amazing. And I'm really, really glad that you joined us and told us and explained to me, because I knew about Relay, but just first topic, but I didn't know the extent of how Relay really is, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
All right, Bernardo.
Thank you for having me.
We glad.
I appreciate you guys having me. And when Jose and I went for dinner a few month or so ago, I was telling him I've been working with the Profit First community for quite a while, and Jose is the only Profit First professional that I know who is Latino, who educates.
You see?
His mission, his focus is to bring the whole concept of Profit First that is now very well known into the Latino community.
Correct.
And by being the only Latino Profit First, Jose, I really appreciate the podcast. I really appreciate the work that you do in the US, in Puerto Rico, to make sure that Latinos, who are very hard workers, they have a dream and they fight for it every day, are positioned in a way that they can be successful with their business.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me here. Thanks for investing in the community. Thanks for making the community greater, because financial success comes with support. It can be really great at our construction, electrician, plumbing, a lot of that. Financial literacy, that's where you come in, and that's how you enable all of us to be successful. So thank you for that. I'm glad to be part of the journey.
Thank you. Okay. All right, people. You want to know more for Relay Financial and Bernardo, go to the description and click the link, put your information over there, and Bernardo probably tomorrow call you and explain you everything about Relay. Thank you.
First, let's ask if anybody got questions. We have 5 viewers. We used to have,
we have people in
if
Facebook.
anybody have any questions, you can type on the bottom of the podcast and write your questions, and me, Jose, can read them and answer to you with the best knowledge that we have. If we don't know, we ask Bernardo. You have to take advantage. He's right here. So anybody has a question, we're more than helpful.
No, I think you don't have any question. Everything is clear. Tomorrow probably somebody could call you, hey, what is the bank?
It always happens. We finish the podcast and everybody's asking me, so. I'm like, oh, but why did he ask the question?
You send me an email, Jose, I'll get you the answers you need.
Will do.
All right. Thank you, Bernardo. Thank you, people, for...
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for coming to our
Un abrazo.
12th podcast.
Un abrazo.
3 months. Abrazo. Boa tarde, boa noite.